Leo, and welcome to your June 2018 general reading. Now this is your second reading, Leo, because I basically lost your other reading. Your other reading was about relationship choices, okay? I had a feeling that some of you had more than one choice and you're a bit confused about relationships, but there was a deeper calling. Something was pulling you forward regarding your relationships. You got the Judgment card and you were a little bit confused, but very, very, very similar reading. Different cards, but similar vibration. Okay, I will have to pick up additional guidance cards. You got Peace. So Peace is the card of reaching a resolution. And I felt that's what was going on within your other reading. This is backed up with the Star card. The Star card, if someone's been ill or if there's been a situation in your life that hasn't been healthy, the Star card is a return to a state of health and a state of well-being. I think this might be particularly around your relationships, but there was a feeling it was quite a confusing process to get there. That is sort of mirrored with the cards that you enter into June with, the Death card and the Seven of Swords. So the Death card, as you know, is about change, letting go, moving on and moving forward. It's almost a decision not to be, it can represent a decision not to be controlled by an event anymore, so taking your power back. But some of you are making a relationship choice. There's a part of you still in process because he stands at the archway. Shall I go forward? Shall I go back? So I think for some Leos, there's definitely some sort of process of change going on. Exactly what was mirrored in your last reading, and I'm going to clarify both these cards if you just give me a minute. But what you most want is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is a transition card. Again, it's the River of Change. So the River of Change is generally a place where most people don't want to go, okay? Because we like our security, we like to know what's what. But I think that might be a bit different for you, because this is what you want. You want a transition to a new chapter in your life, okay? I am going to clarify some of these cards. Your supportive energy is a Nine of Discs. So I really like seeing you in the Nine of Discs. It's one of my favourite minors. It's about a solid sense of self. It's about being at peace with your own being. To be able to spend time alone, but loving it. A sense of being connected to something greater than yourself. I want to clarify some of these cards, so just give me a minute. Your challenge is the Empress. So some of you might have challenges around family issues, motherhood, creativity, birthing new projects, that sort of thing. Or for some of you, there might be a challenge around love, around everything the Empress is. She represents Mother Earth. She represents a bounty of life. It might be someone in your life that's been this challenge, another female, or love can be a challenge for some of you, okay? I need to clarify, okay? So first of all, I'm going to clarify both these cards. The Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles can be a person, an earth sign person, or some of you are moving forward in the material realm of your life. You're letting something go. You're still a little bit in process, Leo. Now, that is, transition places can be really, really hard places to be because we feel a lot of uncertainty, a lot of insecurity. But I think some of you are particularly moving forward in the practical sense of your life, which would be work, housing, the very, very fundamentals. And there is a little bit of insecurity. Don't forget, the Seven of Swords is a thief card. And how I read it is you are moving forward, but you're overthinking things. And the overthinking is keeping you stuck in this process of making changes, okay? So the Seven of Swords to me is like being on a train, but continually putting the brakes on it. When actually, whatever changes you've got going on, Leo, you want them. They're good. But the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow, gradual change, but it's the sort of change you want because it's very, very grounded, very committed, very loyal, earth energy. Can be a little bit stressful because of the slow movement of it, okay? Now your challenge, there's a sort of a challenge with the Empress and this middle path, so it might be a bit of a challenge to keep emotionally centered. And this is probably because you're in that transition stage. But the Nine of Discs is your protective energy, so stay grounded, stay in your peacefulness, trying just to be with what's unfolding for you. In your relationship sector, you've got the Four of Wands, okay, and the Hierophant showed up. Some of you are getting married, getting engaged. This is about loyalty because it represents a Taurus card. And the Four of Wands is crossing a threshold. It can be a marriage, an engagement, some sort of new chapter in your relationships. Now that's what I got in your last reading as well, okay? So that's not gone away, but it was a bit of a challenging process to get there. And this is what I'm picking up here as well, okay? Money and work, you've got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups could be a counsellor. She's a very, very compassionate energy. This could be someone in your workplace, or this could be you. And she's with the World card, which is successful completion of a project. In your last reading, you got the Moon card there, which means there might be a bit of uncertainty and being unsure about what's coming next, but you are completing one chapter of your life, so you can move forward with the Queen of Cups energy, okay? So she'd definitely be a therapist, someone who offers love and offers guidance to someone. So either or someone's in your workplace that's got these qualities, but lead through love, basically, Leo. That's what the message is. Now at your soul level, it cannot be anything better than having the Fool here, because that is living your life in the here and now, living your life connected with source energy. It's 0, which means a lot of crap's been worked through and you're not carrying baggage or bondage from the past. Very, very similar message to the last reading, by the way. A little bit of challenging energy, but getting to the right place. Because challenging energy that's how diamonds are formed, through challenges. And this Fool card at a soul level is that ultimate free spirit. So not full of all these stories about how you want your life to be, but being very much more connected with the present moment, which is when everything turns up anyhow. Because we're living the way we were created to live, not through our stories, which just keeps us trapped, but connected with source energy, living in the present moment, and having that energy of the child, okay? Because if we can't explain something to a child, we're not on the right track, Leo. Life, and that is your energy, is that beautiful, free-spirited, joyful energy. And that is my rule of thumb. If I can't explain something to a child, it means I'm full of crap, basically. And that needs to be let go of. At a soul level, you're this beautiful fool. You're going to the Knight of Cups. Exactly what you got in your general reading. Definitely a little bit of, you know, a tiny, tiny bit of challenge, but leading to especially a really good relational place. The Knight of Cups is an offer coming your way, or you going forward and making an offer. And then she's going to the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new start. This can be a new job, a new chapter beginning, which would connect with the World card in your money sector, and the Knight of Pentacles as the energy that's around you, which is a slow, gradual movement towards a goal and a new beginning, okay? The Queen of Wands is your energy. This is you full of being magnetic, being your power, being this gorgeous fire energy. It's fire transforms everything it touches because it's enthusiastic, it's joyful, and it's light, okay? It's a little bit of a confusing picture here, and I'm not confused about the bottom realm. That is clear cut. There's definitely a transition going on, and there's a change going on. I think particularly for some Leos in their relationships, I think the challenge is going to be staying on that middle path. Temperance, listen to your guts at all times. Our true intelligence lies in our heart and in our guts, not our minds. Because our minds tell us stories which rob us of our decision, our ability to be empowered and to enter into our soul path and what our destiny is pulling us towards. That seems to be a message, identical message to the last one, just different cards. There's something calling you, Leo, to rise up. I think for most of you it's to do with relationships, but it might manifest in different ways for different people. Okay, Leo, I hope that helped, and I'll be hopefully doing my relationship readings next week. I'm trying my best, okay? Lots of love. Bye.